morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Today I am talking about my Q4 and October goals for 2023. I'm actually going to pull this over into my Franklin planner and I'll show you guys how I plan for like the quarters and kind of organize myself. But one time I actually did some of that planning for my goals in my monthly Franklin setup, and the video was just way too long. So I'm going to head over to Q4. You guys, I'm so excited because I will soon have my new power sheets coming, and I'm going to show you everything that there is, or everything that I ordered at least. If you're into goal planning, if you've already know what Cultivate What Matters goal planners power sheets are, congrats, because they are amazing. I've been using them for the last 4 years and I swear by it. It's like a goal planner, but it's not a planner you carry with you all the time. It like helps you plan your goals if you don't really know where to start. And it's amazing. I love it. Again, I've been doing it for 4 years and I don't think I'm going to stop anytime soon. So anyway, I'll share with the new changes and stuff that are coming. There's quite a few new products. I did not pick up a whole bunch of the new stuff, but I will share that when it comes. So I can share everything on the 25th. So hopefully it comes before then. I'm going to have the video filmed and prepped before that happens, and then I'll have it posted for you on the 25th. So the only thing I didn't write out was the quarterly planning in my Franklin planner, so we'll do that together. But just to get started, for Q4, this is a quarter refresh, okay? So it kind of like lets you know where you're standing, in your life, like how you rate yourself. So for example, community tab, I changed to friends, just because community doesn't really relate to me as well. So I had a previous 4 because I hadn't seen my best friend for a really long time because she had some surgeries and she was busy with life and I was busy. And we have gotten together, we're in touch, we're talking, and it's not that we weren't talking before, we were just busy with life. So now that we are kind of back together, we're making more plans. I rated this an 8 because I'm really happy with where we are right now. For family, I had a previous 6, and I must have been feeling really terrible when I did the previous ones, and then I was feeling really good when I did the new ones. So maybe that's like, I don't know, hopefully that's not true. Hopefully this is accurate. So I rated us a 9 because, it's Thanksgiving approaching soon. So I live in Canada. Our Thanksgiving is October. I know for the people watching that live in the States, Thanksgiving isn't until November. So I think for you guys, it's like holiday after holiday. You've got like, I can't remember when Thanksgiving is exactly, but you've got Thanksgiving, you've got Black Friday, and then Christmas, and it all kind of rolls into one, which I think is kind of cool. But we really don't start decorating for Christmas until like December 1st, and then Thanksgiving is in October, so it's kind of separated that way. But anyway, so like I'm planning for Thanksgiving dinner and stuff, and I'm not sure if I want to host. I would love to host, and I would love to make a big meal for everybody, but we'll see because our house is small, and I don't know if we'll be able to hold everybody because everybody's families are growing. We've all had babies, and it's a big deal. So anyway, family is good. Finances, I kept the same because we've had some setbacks. The interest here in Canada, I'm not sure if you guys have heard, but there's definitely a housing crisis here. We have a house, we have a mortgage, but the interest rates on our mortgage are killing us. We're paying almost $1,000 in interest alone, okay? $1,000 per month. And this is not including the actual mortgage itself. So it is killing us. Like, I feel like everybody in Canada is going to be foreclosing because we can't afford the interest. That's how bad it is. So it's really hard. And then my husband ended up switching jobs a couple months ago now. But the current job that he's at, they promised him foreman. He never got foreman, which would give him a higher rate. They promised him that he would have like overtime weekend work. So then they cut it back to every second weekend. And then some of those weekends they've canceled. A lot of times they send him home if it's like lightning or thunder, or if the day is really cold, they'll send him home early. So there's a whole bunch of times he's been sent home early. And all of these like times when he either got sent home early or whatever, and even even every second weekend or whenever he gets to work overtime, it's not really helping us. So we're really far behind, and it's getting a little scary because Christmas is approaching, and so we might have enough money to like afford our kids Christmas gifts, but it's not even that we're overspending right now. Like we're buying nothing, and I think that's the case for most Canadians right now. Like, and this is, I was doing a little bit of research because I wanted to know how the market worked. So basically, the Bank of Canada determines the mortgage rates for our country. And right now, I think it was at 6%, or they're increasing to 6 or maybe 7. I don't remember, but they keep increasing until our economy slows down, which means people stop buying food, they stop buying clothes, they stop buying cars, they stop buying basically everything. And then when that slows down, the Bank of Canada decreases the rates again, which to me makes no sense because you're basically going to make everybody starve. They won't be able to pay their mortgages, and they're going to starve. So, like, I don't know. I'm just really frustrated, and I'm sure like there's probably a similar predicament in the States. But it's just really, really hard. And I feel like this whole thing has hit after COVID. Like everything went up, prices went up on food, on gas, everything, right? And then even like the shipping, global shipping crisis, that's a crisis. Like when you can barely afford to ship stuff or you can barely afford to buy food, we definitely have a crisis on our hands. So I just hope the government gets their stuff together because this is ridiculous. Like people can't even survive. Not to get all like political on you guys, I'm sorry, but this is a serious like issue. Okay, so yeah, finances are difficult. And like, here's another quick little blurb is that I feel like I'm stuck between, like we have high debt, very high debt, especially with this interest rate stuff. And I'm scared because like we wanted to do debt payoff, but also I've been saving this entire time. I've been using my Budget Mom book because in order to not charge on your credit cards, you have to have money saved. So I do sinking funds, which are savings for like particular things that you know are coming up. So for example, property taxes. You have to like, save for property tax or pay for property tax. So the easiest thing to do is save money monthly to have enough to pay it over the year. And the same thing with clothes. Like I need to get my kids clothes every now and then. So I need to save. I put away like, $20 every paycheck in order to get my kids some clothes eventually. I do that with a lot of different categories. But then when I come down to paying off my debt, paying off a credit card payment, I have nothing left because I've done all these sinking funds. But yet if I don't do sinking funds and I put everything towards debt, then I'm just charging on my card again because I have no money to buy the property tax or pay for the property tax or buy the clothes or buy like the stuff from Costco. So I find it really difficult. It's like a very fine line, and it's been a super big challenge for all of us. Okay, fun and recreation. So previously ranked a 7, now a 9. So we've gone for some walks in the park. We're swimming when Chad doesn't work, and we've been going to karaoke. I've been going every week. So when my husband stays home, my mom doesn't always babysit. So my husband's just been watching the kids more frequently, and I've been going out myself because I'm home with the kids all the time. Plus I do my full-time job. It's very difficult. It's another little blur, but I watched this Instagram thing that said, this woman was saying she has eliminated the word help from her vocabulary and from her household's vocabulary. So basically, her husband doesn't help her with chores. The kids don't help her with stuff. They have a shared responsibility because it's a shared home. If you keep saying, help mom with this, you're basically implying that household chores are a mom's job. It doesn't matter if you like stay at home and are a stay-at-home mom or if you work out of the home. It doesn't matter. Everything in the home needs to be a shared responsibility. So it's not mom's job to pick up all the laundry and wash it every day. And I think a lot of like, this is like a thing in people's heads that kind of, it's kind of come from previous days when all moms or most moms were stay-at-home moms, is that because the husband's working out of town, the mom's responsible for the home. But because everybody lives in the home, everybody eats, everybody dirties dishes, it's not just the mom's responsibility or dad's, whoever's staying home, right? So, anyway, she was saying that it's everybody's responsibility. They all have to chip in, and especially when both parents work, right? I mean, it's not fair to have the responsibility on one person. So, and the fact is, because I am a stay-at-home mom, but I also have a business and I watch my 3 kids, I still do most of those things. Like I, make sure the house is clean. I have food, like supper ready when my husband comes home, because if he was to do all the things that I did, including my business, everything, if he could do it, if he could do all that stuff, he wouldn't sleep. Like he'd be up till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and then have to go to work at 5 again. So, like, I think like people who stay at home and look after the kids and house and whatever and pay bills, our roles and our, I hate to say this, but our jobs, like I disagree with that term, but they're vastly underrated because we don't get paid for it. So personally, I don't consider it a job because we're not getting paid. It's a responsibility, yes, but it's not a job. Anyway, that's another little tangent. So health and wellness, previous 4, now a 5. So I have been experiencing extreme pain in my arms and my wrists and my hands from arthritis, from carpal tunnel. I've got extreme numbness, but I've had that for many, many, many years. I need more sleep. We've been trying to go to bed by 10:30, but it's been hard. I have been getting more exercise and I have been taking time for me. I have a health section in my planner, so I've been tracking my medication. I've been trying to drink more water. I've been, instead of like exercising, so I don't like go to the gym because I can't afford it and I don't have the time. I've got 3 little kids at home. So I try to move that exercise into my daily routine. So for example, if I'm washing the floors or vacuuming, I count that as exercise because it is. You're moving and any movement is good movement. Also, cleaning the bathrooms is definitely a calorie burner. Doing the grocery shopping. So for some people, you might be like, oh, that's not exercise. But for me, it definitely is. I already struggle with my arm pain, but yesterday, for example, I took my daughter with me, and because I have a Jeep, I don't have a running board. I have to lift her in and out of the vehicle, so it's very hard on my arms. But anyway, she came with me, and I was also lifting her in and out of the cart, which is also very hard. And it took me 3 hours to get all the groceries because I go to 4 different stores. I went to Safeway, I went to Superstore, I went to Walmart, I went to Sobeys, and sometimes we do Costco as well. So you can't tell me that that's not exercise. And I actually went to... when I went to Walmart, I lost my pen cap for my zebra mildliner, so I was so frustrated, and I actually like did a walkthrough of everywhere where we had been, but I still didn't find it. So very frustrated, but I can account that as exercise. Also, bringing in all the groceries is exercise, putting everything away because I have to go downstairs and like I break into a sweat. Like I'm honestly sweating by the time I'm done. And then I cooked like a big stew dinner, which took like a good hour and a half after. So definite workout day in yesterday. I also count swimming and then going for walks in the park, which we probably won't be doing come winter time. So the other thing I do, if I aim for 3 days of exercise a week. So I do the cleaning throughout the week. That's one day. I do the grocery shopping, which is another day. And then swimming is another day. And if we don't go swimming, we go for a walk. And if we don't go for a walk, I do like a dance routine in my living room with my daughter and my baby. So we just kind of dance around for about half an hour. And that's when I practice my karaoke songs, believe it or not. So I count that as exercise. And then my grandma also gave me a stationary bike because I think she's just cleaning up her house. So I have that. So I'm going to be planning on doing that and maybe watching like a show or something, or watching like a YouTube video or something like that. So that's my exercise, my movement, but definitely pain in my arms. But I feel besides the pain, I do have to make a doctor's appointment. I have to make a dentist appointment too because I'm getting some extreme like tooth pain as well. But yeah, I mean, overall, like it's improved, right? Because I feel like I'm taking care of myself more. Home and spaces. It was a previous 6 or 7. I moved it up to an 8 because I'm getting into a better habit, you guys. My family members might not be, but I had sections of my home. Like I still have to work on my pantry this week, which I should do because I want to get into the baking season. But I basically, I guess from summer, well, I guess, yeah, like last like third quarter was summer. So I organized my basement. We went through everything, cleaned it up. Like I still have to clean and wash the floor, but I did my son's room. I went through most of the clothes. Still have to go through my baby's clothes, but I've just been feeling better. So like every time I have something to get rid of, I take it to Goodwill right away. And I'm also going to be gearing up to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff on Facebook buy and sell. So hopefully make some money on the side and able to like get some of those things out of my house. And I just feel better the more stuff I get rid of, and I don't want to like be buying more stuff, if you know what I mean. Okay. Spiritual personal growth, I went from 5 to an 8. So like I said, I still haven't done anything. I am struggling. I write like for example, personal growth. I'm trying to learn about human design, and while I get some stuff in occasionally, it's very rare because my day is so busy and I've got so many things to do. Like I keep telling my family and friends, if I was to work at my business 10 hours a day, I could do that every day of the week and still not be caught up, because there's always videos to film, there's always videos to edit, there's always blogs to write, there's stickers to design. Like, and I love it because it keeps me busy, it keeps me out of trouble, keeps my mind from like overthinking. But at the same time, like I do wish I could have a break sometimes, and not even a break, but to work on my personal growth, like human design, tarot for transformation, learning about alchemy, like stuff I want to do for spiritual stuff, and even working on my spiritual book. I would love to do more spiritual things and focus on that more and learn more about it and do more reading on it. And I just haven't had the time. But because I gave myself a bigger number, what I mean by that is I have the goal to work on that more. So I'm trying to put it more to the forefront, and the intention is there to work on that stuff. And I get excited when I think about it. So I think that's why I gave myself a bigger number. Okay, last, work and learning, from 5 to a 6 to an 8. So definitely increased profits right now because of the time of year. So September to December, well, even January is basically when you get a lot of payouts. If you're an affiliate for planning companies, now is the time when people start buying all of their planning goodies to get ready for the new year. People get excited about Halloween. They get excited about Christmas. So with anything with planners related, or if you have an Etsy shop, sales tend to pick up September, October, November. They just do. And the other thing that I did, I finally accomplished a goal. I've been meaning to make like die cuts with like sparkly overlay, and I finally did it, and I was so excited. And I've also been working on stickers every week, and I've released a new design every day. So I'm very proud of myself for that. And yeah, just kind of making me feel, like good about myself because I'm actually getting stuff done. Okay, so that's the refresh. So I'm saying no to stressing out. It's hard. I always have to like literally tell my brain, stop doing that. I'm excited for getting cozy over the winter months, excited for Christmas, and additional content planning. So I'm thinking about doing Vlogmas again, or do I do Planmas? I might do a poll on my channel. And the most growth, definitely, so I have sticker shop because of the increased sales, income from my business, routines. I've been focusing on that with my son especially, and it's been helping because he does have ADHD. So it's been helping all of us. Habits for my health and wellness. Again, that's why my number has improved from last time. My meds, I've been focusing on percussions on my baby because he has cystic fibrosis. My son's reading, and just overall being productive. I've been getting so much work done, which I'm really proud of. Being with my family, going to karaoke, and then things I need to work on, so is definitely financial. And that's a big stressor right now. That's the biggest thing that we need to figure out what to do. So Chad and I have been talking about things. We've got ideas running around in our head. I don't know if we'll be able to pull through till after Christmas. I don't know. But it is a little scary. I'm not sure what we're going to do. And it's just been a kind of a thing in progress, thinking about everything. And if he has any time off at Christmas, we're basically screwed. So I don't know what we're going to do there unless he can somehow find work over Christmas and maybe have a couple days off. But we have, we don't have a lot to work with. So I'm a little nervous about that. Okay, so refreshed goals. At the beginning of the year, I really did like it wasn't really specific. It was kind of like yeah, I wasn't very specific at all. So I like to focus on like 12-week goals, but that really wasn't. And here I have done it a little bit more, but I guess down here it's still kind of like general. So this is the biggest one. This is for financial. I said save for Christmas and the holidays. So when we have money to save, that's what my goal is to be. Also, content planning for Christmas and my biz schedule. So I need to decide about the Planmas thing or the Vlogmas. Oh, and then like all of my planner setups, because I'll be showcasing all the new planners, setting out my new planners for January. So it's always a crazy busy time. Family focus time, so just, you know, getting cozy and watching movies, whether it's scary movies for Halloween or Christmas movies or decorating the tree, that kind of thing. Home and hearth, keeping my house clean, organizing, continually doing, going through areas of my house to minimize stuff and get rid of the garbage, get rid of the junk. Health and wellness is, again, focusing on me and going to the dentist, going to the doctor, doing all those things, and working out and drinking my water. Fun and recreation, going out. Another goal, I don't think I wrote this down, but what we wanted to do was to do like a family, even if it's once a month, do like a family dinner, like going out for a family dinner with all of the kids. And I'm not sure if we'll be able to pull it off right now because things are tight, but maybe eventually. Personal and spiritual development, again, focusing on my spiritual side of things, learning about human design and friendship, hanging out with my friend. Okay, so then I wrote down some ideas and then we can get into October. So this is where like I'll probably take this page. Hold on, let's see. Do I have family time on here? Okay, this is kind of where I brainstormed. So I didn't really organize it as good, but I kind of like tried to a little bit here. So this is stuff that's overall, and then this is stuff like explicitly for like for each month. So Christmas budget, trying to save. We wanted Apple Watches for Christmas. That's like the only thing me and Chad wanted, but I'm not sure if we'll have enough money to buy them. So I'm just going to continually try to save. I mean, it is still only September, so we'll see how it goes over the next few months. Finished basement. We still have to go through the Christmas stuff, organize all that, and clean and vacuum the floors. Switch out photos. Just, you know, right now I've got photo frames on the walls and I don't have any of my my baby in there, so I'm going to switch those out for kind of like the winter season. New books, and this is Xmas planner booklets. I don't know what I meant by that, but spiritual focus, personal development focus, so I actually want to like budget time and schedule that into my routine. Winterized yard, so when the plants start to die, I need to get rid of them. I need to rake the leaves. I'll add that. Plants, leaves. Okay. Halloween costumes, pumpkin carving for Halloween, content planning, furnace duct cleaning. Not sure if we'll be able to pay for it, but at least we can get a quote. Rearrange furniture and focus on sleep. Okay, and then over here I've got books that I was interested in reading. There are other ones, but I have to write those down here. Family friend focus, so maybe host Thanksgiving. Letters to Tressa. We've been writing letters back and forth, even though we live, she lives in Sherwood Park, I live in Edmonton, so it's like really close, but it's kind of like bringing back our youth a little bit. We used to write letters all the time. Going swimming, sledding in winter, and reading time. So I want to focus on actually having that like cozy reading time, sitting in a chair, just reading there. And then here's where I kind of tried to break it up a bit. And then for October, so important to-dos for this month, I usually go to the calendar. I've got a U of A appointment for my son Logan for cystic fibrosis. We've got 3 birthdays this month. Halloween's at the end of the month. Thanksgiving is on the 9th, so my husband will have that day off and my son will be home. And there's 1 PD day in October. Okay, so I'm going to be going to the doctor and I'm going to be having follow-up appointments every 6 weeks, I believe. So you're going to start seeing that in my schedules. Going to the dentist, winterizing yard, and Halloween costume for Connor. I already bought one for my daughter, and Logan I'm not sure if we will be yet. busy season for work and just trying to find that work-home balance. Because I do work from home, it's kind of difficult. All right, so here's a whole bunch of brainstorming stuff. I'm not really going to talk about that, but we will talk about my tending list. So on this, I just said encouraging words. It's going to be my busy season. It's time to get to it. My priority is professional development and spiritual practice. So I do want to focus on that. I want to set time aside and I want to actually do it and have time to do it. So for monthly action items, I've got my son's U of A appointment, my doctor's appointments, whether I have one or more, birthdays. Oh, and this includes dentist too. I should make dentist because I do need to make that. So I've got 3 birthdays, Thanksgiving prep, winterizing yard, Halloween prep, September budget close, and then November budget setup. Facebook buy and sell, so I want to start taking pictures and actually listing that stuff. If I have that extra money, I can put it toward Christmas stuff, right? So I really need to start doing that. And now for some reason, people are looking for stuff. Like they're wanting to buy stuff on Facebook buy and sell, so I'm going to do that. November goals and content planning. That'll just be for November. And then analytics, which will be 3, and classic planner setup. I'm not really setting up my compact. I'm just doing like the monthly planning for it, but I'm not doing like a whole setup in a new binder right now. Okay, and then for weekly action items, I've got budgeting and paying bills. So each week I'll do both of those things. Planning, meal prep, and meal planning. Blog post, write blog, sticker design and post it. Because I really want to focus on also doing like at least 1 sticker design per week and then doing some planner charms as well. I will be working on a few more Halloween planner charms soon, and then I'm also going to be working on some Christmas planner charms and maybe some fall ones if I can get my hands on some charms. Okay, Monday journaling and spiritual practice, and then professional development has one all to itself because that's how important I want to make it. Okay, so for my daily stuff, I've got working out, water, habits, expenses, percussions, 10-minute tidy, and spiritual practice. So that is it for my tending list. So now what I'm going to do is take the information from these 2 pages and apply it to my cloth and paper inserts. If you guys kind of like how I set things up, I know like technically this is a big brainstorming page. You can set it up for each month of the quarter and you can kind of write down what you're doing and you can reference it in this planner by all means. But what I also recommend is like a quarterly planning system that you use in your planner you use every day. So this book, I don't use this like, well, okay, let me rephrase that. I do use it every day, but I don't, and I do reference it every morning when I'm planning, but I don't come back to it other than that one time in the morning. That's the only time I look at it, unless I'm like doing planning for the month ahead or something. So what I like to do is get some type of quarterly system in my daily regular planner I use all the time. It's open on my desk at all times. And I use that, and then I can like set forth my goals. And then when I do my weekly planning in my planner, I go and reference those goals. And I'll show you what I mean. You can get quarterly planning from Jane's Agenda. I have an affiliate link down below. Also, you can get quarterly planning sheets from Cloth and Paper. However, they are already punched, like for half letter anyway, they're already punched for disc. So my way around that is I just washi tape the disc punch and then repunch it for my 7-ring binder. I have had videos like that in the past to show how I've done it. But yeah, okay, so let's get to that. So currently I am using the Cloth and Paper ones. Show you what that looks like. I keep it under goals. And this is what it kind of looks like from the beginning. So this was the first quarter. So you can put like general stuff on this side, and then you can put like for each month what you want to do, important dates, or etc. This is quarter 2, quarter 3, and then this is the quarter we'll be planning for right now. And then you get like a couple of like brainstorming pages or aspirations for the next year. And yeah, and then this is what I mean about like washing the edges because it was punched for discs. So next year, like when I set up my goal planner, I will be doing the Cultivate What Matters prep work probably in a couple of different videos. I'm excited for that. I'm always excited for goal planning, you guys, so you know that. The dot markers are perfect for like marking off the dates on here too. So yes, quarterly goal planning. So when I set up my new 2024 power sheets, I usually do the prep work in like 3 or 4 videos just to break it up, because there is a lot of work to do, and I'm really excited to do that. And I also will have new quarterly inserts. So I don't think I'm purchasing the cloth and paper ones for next year. I have the Jane's Agenda quarterly goal planning inserts, and I will share that when I set up my 2024 goals and like my planners and all that. Like, you guys will see all of that, of course, because that's like my biggest planner setup of the year, and I'm always excited for that. So I'm going to quickly write this stuff down and then we'll talk about it. Okay guys, so in order to keep this video a little bit shorter, and because I don't know all the dates off my top of my head right now and I'm running out of time, I'm not going to fill these out. I do actually prefer to fill these out right before the month starts, or like as soon as I'm done my goal planning for that month, because things change, right? I don't know if they're going to change, and I don't want to have a huge like crossed off list. So I think for now, I didn't actually, there's a lot of notes here, so I'm really going to have to pay attention to this side even for this month, because I just ran out of room. Like, I honestly, there's a lot of birthdays this month, there's a lot of appointments, and I'm going to have like a dentist appointment, a doctor appointments, and then these are just some of the like the goals I want to focus on this year, or this month coming up. But then all of these things as well, but yet I still have some room here that if I do think of more things, I can write it down here. So this is kind of how I use these quarterly inserts to do a quick like layout, and I can see my month at a glance, and then I can still write like more general notes on this side. But you know what? I am going to quickly show you the Jane's Agenda version, and I can show you how it compares. Okay, I think this is the whole pack. So I got mine in half letter, so I can use it either in my business planner or my personal planner, but I think I'll be using this in my personal planner. So it's Jane's Agenda Quarterly Planning. There are quite a few quotes in here, so it's kind of like a nice little pack. So this is what it looks like, and honestly, I don't know. Like, we'll have to see if it's going to be enough room, because I write pretty small on this, and I still find I don't have enough room. The thing I like about this is that you can really break it down. So it's a 2-page spread. And you know, like, so this is for all, like, just 1 quarter here. I do kind of like how this is laid out though, how you can see all 3 months. You can do the same thing here though, right? So the top section is for the first month, and this is for the first month. And then project event idea, it's all listed as 1 for the entire quarter, but you can put the start date and the deadline, so you can kind of see. So I don't know, I might still get this and just use both of them. I don't know yet. But what I like about it is that you can still put your your important dates. So this could be for birthdays, it could be for appointments, and you have quite a bit of room here. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 spots. And then all you have to do is, I don't know if you have to write in the dates. I guess you still have to write in the dates here, but then you can highlight the date, write it here, and then write what it is. And then over here, you still have the goals for that month. And then you can write the projects or other ideas or events over here. So I like that. And then the other thing I believe you get, yes, so on the back of that, you get a grid, which I actually kind of like, not grid, you get graph. I like graph paper for this. This can be like an additional brainstorming section or an idea for notes, like an area for notes, I mean. So I like this because it seems like it gives you more room, but then again, I don't know. But this would be for like the main goals. So I would have to try to fit all of like this stuff here in here, because you don't have like a general section. You just have like month 1, 2, and 3. But then, I mean, if you ran out of room, you could always pull it over here. And you could even do like month 1, 2, and 3, you know, if you ran out of room. But then each quarter is the same thing. So you get a quote page, and then this is the second quarter. So I don't know, it just kind of depends on how you're using it. I think I've used these for 2 years now, and I've loved these inserts, so I might very well buy them again. We'll just have to wait and see. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is probably like, well, I love filming these types of videos. I probably tell you guys a million times every video that I love my goal videos, but I love just getting organized for the season ahead, and I hope it gave you guys some inspiration so that, you know, when you go to do your goal planning too, it'll kind of help you. Let me know in the comments whether you goal plan for the quarter or whether you have Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're new, please subscribe, click on the bell button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, friends.